Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of Transport Fever 2 Island Mode, where we are currently in an area where we've had in the past quite a lot of vehicle traffic near this Bradley Stoke cargo hub, which I think I've managed to actually solve. There are way more roads around here, separated out some of the truck lines, and I've also just taken some vehicles off because I've sped up the roads quite frankly, and that's just allowed for taking some trucks off, and it seems, don't get me wrong, it's a bit congested, but it's fine. But there's still some more stuff to sort out. But before we sort that stuff out, what we're going to be doing in today's episode, we are going to be connecting the final couple of towns that we haven't got connected yet. New Romney, Horton Le Spring, and don't cancel me for this, YouTube. Don't do my videos aren't monetized anyway. This place. Interesting British place names as always. It's funny that I've got like British place names on a tropical themed map. But anyway, that's those three. That's the plan for this episode, and maybe get a few more connections across, like a Colville to Enfield connection would be quite good. So, is this train a bit busy? Yeah, so one of the things I'm going to be doing in today's episode is sorting out some trains. This is, if I am right, a double track train line, so we could just get a second train. We could literally just get another multiple unit in this train, but it's double track, why not double the frequency? So, a few more trains we might want to locate. These, we've got some fairly, probably that old trains, but we can get new trains now. So, given our lines are basically maxed out at 75 miles an hour at the moment, I don't see the point in going for a particularly fast train. So this, I think, will do for some of the routes, just to get a bit more capacity. Newcastle to Hawley, those are interesting. Those are 160 capacity. What could I do to make a 160? Could knock two of these together. I hope our train station platforms are long enough for those. Well, close to long enough. That isn't causing any issues. Got the plane routes. I've been adding some more planes to some of them. Got everything's alright here. Go down to Newcastle. I did want to look at this line here being a little bit busy. So we got, one of these would be fine, or these, no, that's good. And then cargo. We're actually going to decrease the capacity to a 138 and get a second one. This route busy. Whoa, those are quite old buses. Let's replace them with, and there are 15, we'll go up to 24 and it should be fine. Not doing much. Right, let's get on to some of the premise for this episode. So, I do think a connection from Colville somehow into Enfield would be quite nice. I do wonder though whether we can't get a train track through here, can we? We could extend the train line. No. It would be nice to kind of get this, instead of terminating here, we could bring it out to a port on this side, which would then be a shorter run on the ship. You know what, I have got sandbox mode enabled. Could get that back in if I want. I think they are auto doing industry. We're not actually using that, so we are actually gonna get rid of that. Let's just gonna slightly modify this station to make it a side station, quite possibly actually on this side of the airport. We don't need high-speed tracks, we're not going to be doing much with them. 160 is fine, we're not electrifying this line. In fact, we might even make it a 120. Yeah, that's what we're going to do in the others. Right. That seems good enough. So we're going to extend this track through. That's weird, that's electrified. We're not electrifying this line. At least not for now, and probably not ever, because we don't need to. There we go. If we just keep the crossover in for the depot, but that's now field. I mean, it's possible we'd be able to get a port in. And now that's made me think. It's possible we'd be able to get a port in that would connect to something like this. So if we put this in like towards like there. If we extend the tracks, I mean, it's quite fine to have the crossover there. We just put a signal there. And we can have the crossover there and just make them roll into the station here. That's absolutely fine, because it's not a busy line. Now, I mean, that's a terrible setup if it's a busy line. I'm not going to deny that. That's one of the worst things. Let's make it a bit longer, actually, given that we have got space. Not electrified. Why not add a third track? I'm just kind of unnecessary, but why not? There we go. Does the job. Right, let's redo this line. So it's going to here. I can't go on like platform 3. Why not? But Upper Enfield, why is it using the same platform? What side are we making it run on? Make it run on the left, actually. Because why not? So Upper Enfield number 1. Oh, I put the signal in the wrong place. That's why. We're doing left-hand running here, so the signal would be there. That works. And then, yeah, they cross over here, and then it's a large distance across a level crossing before they get into the station. If there were 20 trains on this line, I'd be concerned by that setup. With 2 trains, I'm fine with it. Right, and then I'll go for 1. What do we go for? 2? Yeah, I like the way where it's spaced outside there. And then we can just make it run down the road, run down here, to there, and across, nicely as well, nicely across, there we go. That works. And then that connects to the train station and the airport. That connects to the airport, right. Let's also put the road up here. There we go. That works. So, better connectivity here to a new port, which first route is going to be to Colville. Probably just to Colville. This one, because we'll get another one from Enfield, probably. It's a long, actually. Do we get another one? No, because Eastbourne's got the connection. So I think that might be. Yeah. Unless we also did a Newcastle connection, which we might do. Yeah, Enfield to Colville. There we go. It's probably not going to be the busiest route, but it's not going to be that underused because it's an airport connection. And a connection. I mean, it's not as good to go to Enfield, but if you're going from here to like Raunds or Eastbourne, it's actually only one connection. Or if you're going onto the plane. So, shipyards around here. Where is one? There, it's not particularly close. Right, passenger. Get a nice hydrofoil or something, or a hovercraft. Yeah, let's get a hydrofoil, why not? I mean, the emissions are quite bad, but we're kind of just ignoring that. So, that goes on to Enfield to Colville. Right. Then, we're now looking down here. So, probably want a Newport buses, probably. Newport's kind of always felt a bit like it doesn't want to go anywhere, but it's doing alright now. we are going to mess it up in order to get another landing, which that's not it. There we go. Landing. I mean, that boat's probably a little bit confused, but yeah, Bradley Stoke, that goes round to Colville. Yeah, fine, and then we'll do another one from Newport. So that Newport, we're going to default it to the other one, both directions, because it's kind of on that side. And we'll get another one down to, if we go down to Halton the Spring, we can kind of then use that. You know, Halton the Spring, New Romney. Kind of got enough space here, yeah. We kind of do want a connection round. You know, how silly is it to try do a train line? I mean, we got the money at this point. We could just do a train line. Even gonna electrify it, maybe. Make it high speed, why not? It looks nice and modern if it's high speed, you see. I kind of want it to run next to the where we're going to put the port, but obviously we want connection, so we'll put passenger building on the other side as well. Would it actually connect there? It would connect, but that's not particularly well located for going up into the town, so could also put one down. Feels like it's kind of coming off the end of the platform there. That's better. And yeah, if we just put the roofs over, the platform roofs over the whole thing, and we can, I'm going to replace this with an underpass. Or even 2 underpasses. There we go. That's a nice station. Halton the Spring, and then it's going to go into a tunnel to New Romney, because why not, we got the money. And then it's going to, I think it's going to replace the Solihull Staines bus route as well. So we'll make it come round to this place, which we're going to put a station in now, which I think I would like to have a station building down this end somewhere. Well, that's fine actually, to be fair. Just knock a road up to it. There we go. It's not a particularly big place, that covers basically the whole town. So we are going to do high-speed tracks. I'm not promising high-speed trains here, but I like the look of high-speed tracks. They look like I'm building a new train line, a new modern train line, and we are having it electrified, which I forgot to toggle that on before I built the first bit of track, but I've got it before I built the second. It is still pretty. The line speed isn't too bad on this. For now, it's going to be a purely passenger line. That's possible we'll send cargo down in the future, but I don't think it's not actually a high-speed line. It's just me liking the look of high-speed tracks. I don't like it kind of sinking down in the ground like that. It wants to collide with the road. Go through here, and then there we go. That's better. If we go around here, we're going to have to do that. That's fine. Our track speeds are still pretty high. Oops. Oh, I don't know what I've just done. Right, let's be back there. Silly me. Right, that definitely didn't happen. There we go. So that's that bit, which is probably the easiest bit to do. We're then going to have to get it through to New Romney. We're going to build a nice terminus station here, why not? Should I not make it too long? Just because, that'll eat into our tunnel space, essentially. I'm going to delete a bit of road there, just to bring it more into the heart of the town. The heart of New Romney. So, if we put it there, that does connect to most stuff, to be fair, that's fine. Right, this bit's the fun bit now. We could just do the tunnel entry, or we could do kind of bog standard way of doing it. So how do we connect this up? Interesting way of doing a junction, but I think it works. That connects by doing a double slip off that, right? And then can we get it deep enough? Woo. Oh, this is the Muddigot Sea Tunnel. Landside. I don't remember how you build this. Yeah, so this, I do not want to be like that. See, that is still wanting to come out in the water. I have to start bringing it down sooner. Okay, do the junction on the slope, I'm sure it is possible. We could probably do something like this. There we go, and then we can bring it down to this tunnel. Oh, and then that is now properly under the sea, right? Sure, somewhere you could actually build like the proper undersea tunnel, or maybe I'm missing part of the mod. I don't know. Right. But it kind of looks cool. The actual mod, but yeah. Assets. It's not in here, no. Don't know why I'm looking for it in random places. Buildings, is it? No, it isn't. I'll leave it. Whatever, it's still a nice tunnel entrance, that. That looks like a proper tunnel portal, right. Same thing here, as soon as we bring it through the road. Actually, as soon as it's through the road, literally, we're going to start bringing it down. There we go. Once again, do that nice tunnel. Right, and then we want to connect it to this. Which it does do, actually. We might sink it down a bit. No, that's fine. It's a tunnel. I mean, it's costing us huge amounts of money to build if we were trying to do this at the start of the series, but right now it's like, yeah, fine. So we get to here. This point we're probably going to do bridges around to Solihull. And this point we're just going to kind of just cut through the middle of the town. I might have destroyed the bus line there, but stops here. Which kind of works, actually. We might amend that bus line anyway. Let's make a nice high-speed station, why not? Here. Medium buildings. Just kind of looks like a modern station. Side buildings then, and then these not there. The underpass is right, yeah. We can have a nice grand entrance. Should connect to most of the town and the port, yes. So this is gonna cut through this road. I'm gonna delete this road, I don't like it. And then this is gonna go up, essentially. And bend this way. what would look like a nice bridge. I kind of like this one. We might go a bit more grand once we're up there, right, and then this can connect through. That's fine, right. And then at what point do we just stop bothering about the fact there's an island there and just run it through here? That's fine. Let's bring it up to there. And then maybe do a kind of flatter bit across for a bit, and then like here, that's nice and high. Could even do this bit as that. There we go, that looks cool. Just out of interest, if we were to upgrade this bit to that type of bridge, sometimes it just doesn't, do they? No, you know what, why not? Why not? It's a nice grand bridge. Like that, and then this is going to be not the nicest approach. If we were to bring this up as high as possible, it would not come up that high. Yeah, we might have needed, it might be necessary to start bringing it down sooner. Yeah, lovely though this bridge is, we might have to cut it back to there and start bringing it down. It's got enough space here if we need ships to pass under though, that's fine. There we go. Right, is there a way to, it says too much slope even to there. Yeah, that does look like a bit too much slope. But we could artificially increase the distance by bringing it down straight and then doing a tighter turn. Rather than doing a smooth turn, we're basically just increasing the distance. That's still kind of a... It's a separate bridge bit. Oh, it does that there as well. That's fine, that's fine. Still too much slope, but essentially we just bring this a little bit further. Essentially we can bring this out going maximum up. And then that connects. So it's quite a tight bend into there, but that's still like 76 miles an hour, which is like 75 miles an hour is how fast trains are going on our regular tracks, so it's not too bad. But yeah, nice tall bridge there. This is like the train line that's up at this point, we're just splashing the cash. Is there a bridge there? Staines. Is Staines big enough for more than one station? I mean, at what point do we kind of do a loop around Staines? So if we started like, I don't know, do we go to Staines Airport? Okay, actually I have an idea. This road is kind of unnecessary, isn't it? For now, we can put it back in if it is. Right. If we built a station there, we could then kind of bend the railway line in. It's just going to be a bit crazy. We're just kind of get a station in like here or something. Could get one of these because they're thinner. Won't reach the harbour. It's pretty close. At what point do we just go? Yeah, we can mess up the bus line at this point. We're gonna be altering it anyway. Actually, no. You know what? No. Go back to this. Get some large buildings in. That connects to the harbour. That's also not that far from that side once we got it done. So there we go. We just need to bring that down. Messed up all the vehicle routes, that's fine. So this track connection is also not going to be an easy one. Cuts right through the industrial plant, the fuel plant there. So let's just delete this road, delete that road. move the junctions that are being problematic. So bending too much. So that's to kind of cut across. Right, and then kind of is a little bit mad this to be bringing it straight through the centre of the town, but it works. Comes out to the airport. It's a nice connection. It connects to both the airport and the port here, and connects to most of the centre. And I haven't destroyed too much of it. If we connect those up, we can make our best attempt to connect those up, which works. We can try kind of bend this round or something. Staines is quite, let's just do it on the track once the transport. Staines is quite an industrial town. So you've got like all a big bit of fuel kind of industry here. It's fine, we got it through. I mean, do we need, it is a big place, Staines. Do we need another station out here? I mean, there's no harm in it, is there? Just kind of having a casual station that connects to this bit of the town here. There we go, and then we can cut the corner of that industry. We're not using it either, are we? I think I've got auto industry kind of grow on anyway, so we'll be placing new industries, so we don't need to worry about that. And then once we've built this, we'll come back and reevaluate. Transport links, right? Talking of disrupting stuff and then coming back to it, bending in enough from the sea. Yeah, it's fine if we bend it like that. There we go, and then this is going, yeah, down towards bending back that way anyway. There we go, that works, that connects. Right, let's rebuild this main road between the two. Kind of cuts across the train line a couple of times. Let's connect this down to here. Let's get rid of that road bit if we don't go there, because we could use that as a through route for vehicles. Let's place it back in. Like here, I guess. Nothing's going to be built there. Right, we messed up. It's the... it's trying to stop the bus at a train station. You know what? This bus route, we're going to delete. Manage line, get rid of it. We'll keep in this line and do it as a better coverage for the... use it to better cover the town. So we're going to redo this, so if we get rid of... 7 and 8. It's gonna go there at number 6. Then make it bend around there. Decent coverage of that kind of side. Put another bus stop in here, why not? And then down to there. And then I'm gonna make it cut across up this way instead. To here, no, not there, there. And then get rid of number 7. There we go. And then there are, no, not that one actually. Get rid of number 4, 5. Oh no, that was. Well, just get rid of right. And then get rid of the bus stops we're not using. There we go. I think as for Solihull, we cover basically everything with the train station. Not that the bus route actually had the best coverage to start with. We could do a new bus loop, to be fair. And then we'll come back and see what the cargo line in Staines as well, because that's now having issues. Right, down here, down there, there we go. Right, relatively short bus route, won't need many buses because it's short and the train station covers most of it anyway, and the port. It's decent coverage, so Hull, bus depots over here, so we'll buy the buses from over here too. I'm not being particularly optimistic for this. Right. Staines fuel. We knocked off its drop-off point. The fuel area. The problem is there are now two big drop-off areas. There's one here and one here. So we're going to take off the old Grove Road stop. We're going to make it go via here, just right outside there, and then kind of cut up across its own path to go up to there. And what I am going to say at Victoria Road, only unload fuel, and at Park Road, just in case they connect to anything else, just only unload fuel at these. This route here, you're going to get one more bus, but you now have the train line ready to get set up. So we're not going to do many signals because it's not going to be a massively busy train line, but we'll do a few. I'm expecting this to be more busy than the other couple of train lines I've set up in the previous episodes. It connects to more places, bigger places, longer distances. So it provides some quite valuable connections between places. And we are going to go for some pretty fast trains on this line, but I'm not promising like full high speed. No, that's a solid hull. So just waiting for the autosave now. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, we're going to do signals just before this station, and then we'll let it run through the centre of Staines for that point to set signals here, and then just there. Right. This is going to be an interesting route. So we start here. It's called Staines. This is called... Actually, oh, it's complaining that it can't turn around, which yes, it can't turn around. And go back. Once we get to the end of the line, it will be able to, and it will be running on the correct side automatically. There we go. Someone decided to put them all on the wrong side here. Where's there a missed connection here? Or something. So it goes into there. Signals that way. Still runs. That signal's going the wrong way, right. Place that now stops all the issues. Right. Go back to all of these places. And at the ends of the line, they can use all platforms. Right, so this is New Romney to Staines. There we go. And New Romney to Staines. Route needs a train depot. Got any of my nice cool train depots? So I've got the small ones. Don't need a monorail depot. Let's go here. I'm going to do a depot on either side, and I'm going to get a train out of each. Depot there. And then we're going to put a depot here. Next to the road, so we can actually pretend there is access to these depots. Public access. Well, not technically public access, but yeah. Should do a crossover there, because why not? If we're crossing over up that way, why not? Oh, we've just... that was a mistake. I'm actually going to put a signal here. Let's just do a waypoint, why not? So we can make them do a horn, yeah. There we go. Road crossing will make them do the horn. Right, that's between 5 and 6, is it? There we go, and we'll go on, we'll do it between 9 and 10 as well. Just make them do a horn. I mean, ignore the fact there are so many other road crossings and we're not doing a horn on any of those. I mean, if we're doing horns through Staines, God knows how loud that would be. Right. I'm going to go for multiple units. The moment it does feel like we're going high speed, or not high speed, like we haven't really got any trains that are kind of in the middle, unless we go... We have got the ability to do a locomotive hauled set, which can go up to 124 miles an hour. Which doesn't really feel... I would rather have multiple units, but yeah, go on. Why not? We've done 4 carriages. These are going to be quite expensive trains. They're very powerful. And they don't really need to be, but maybe this will be what it gets them up to the high speeds that we can actually do on these lines. Like, that's already accelerating fast. That's now already exceeding normal line speeds. Right, now the last thing to do is essentially... Sunderland's got Solihull, yeah, and then they can get onto the train line, which can do a connection from Newport down to Horton-le-Spring, and that'll be kind of the main thing we need to get, essentially, and get people down onto the train line that goes across, so they can connect to the other towns. Right, this train, it's not got anyone on at the moment. I would love to do that. Okay, it's just kind of a plain tunnel, but still kind of cool. And we're going quite fast. This is almost high speed rail, I think, like actual proper high speed. It's made it to 124 miles an hour. And then comes into New Romney. There are people waiting. That is exactly what we like to see. Right, so it picks up passengers now. Let's actually go back and set a route up there. Ferry depot. Where's a ferry depot? There. Why not? Let's just drag it from there. Yeah, I'm kind of using these hydrofoils, and they do kind of work, even though the emissions are horrible. Yeah, we'll get one of those. New line. Yeah. There we go. And that is Newport, Horton-le-Spring, there we go. So that's now running. This, we could, I guess, do a bus route here. Connect up more people. It's not a particularly big place, this. Something you do have to remember. We're gonna got like little traces of the roads in the air. That's weird. Right, let's connect up. I mean, come on, those two roads just scream to be connected up. Right, gonna do like a nice loop around, then kind of stops there, but whatever. So if we start down here, we can then kind of just loop around. He stops by the road junctions to maximise coverage, right, and then down there, then that'll do. Right. And there is a road connection to this place I shall not name, so we won't do a bus route here yet, because as you can see, all of the buildings are connected to the train station, but if we put a road depot here, we could use it there in the future. If we put a road depot, I'm sure no one's going to care about it, kind of that's not obstructing anything. Right, let's go for a newish bus. 2 of them. New line. Whoops, that's missed a stop. And there's 2 stops. Game's not catching up very well today, right? This is... not taking any shortcuts with writing out these names. There we go. That'll do for this one. New Romney, could we? Yeah, maybe have a bus route. It's quite compact, but it's going to grow. If we get a bus route now, we will be able to adapt to city growing. Right, we'll be able to bridge over this, maybe not. It does run down the side, okay. Right, let's just extend this straight like that. And then we could get a bridge here, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, we can, alright, that's good. Run that straight. Could upgrade that there. There we go. So, should bring that down to there, right. Kind of got the basis for running a bus route. Connects the train station in most places, in fact. It does cover most of the town, so it won't like directly run to the train station. Road depot out here. This town definitely will grow, but not yet. Right, 2 buses. Once again, should be enough given. We've got good coverage from the train station already, so they'll mainly be using this for the outer fringes of the town or for connecting between 2 places in the town. So this is the new Romney bus, and it's now running. What you got? Okay. Where's the next train? We've got so many trains in another place, but wow, that's going towards Staines. This train might get full. I mean, I'm not surprised there's more demand going towards Staines because A, big place, and B, airport. Yeah, that's full. Do we need another train on this route already? This is going to need a plane replacement or duplication or something. Says Darlington, interesting. Right, see how it runs with an Airbus A320. That's got much more capacity. In fact, given seeing the demand from the other side, we're gonna duplicate. Right, yeah. Staines End might get quite busy because people will be using it to travel within Staines, which, like I said, is a big place. Gonna drop down a little bit, but it should be growing because its target population is quite high. So yeah, this is the airport, which we're going to call Staines Airport, preferably with a space. There we go. Which decided to replace a bus stop for whatever reason, but we're going to call this Staines Central. Staines Annex, why not? That's fine. Do we need another train already? See, where does that third train come out of? It comes out around this direction. Oh yeah, that's fine actually, because this one's heading in that direction. It's New Romney, which has got quite a few people waiting already. I can see this train line doing quite well, to be fair. That's about here, that's doing pretty well. Is this one any demand? Yeah. That's just sailing over for the first time. There are some people waiting here, though. Let's see. Might need to get a second boat. You know what, let's do that now. Is a hydrofoiler boat? Actually, that is a... I don't know. Connects on both sides, yeah. Oh, we've got an Airbus A380 now. That is, do we use Airbus A380s on our long flights with new locomotives? We got that Siemens locomotive, which is a bit of a shame because we don't have carriages going past. Oh, new cargo carriages, new industry being found is, yeah, like I said, I can delete them because they'll will place back some random industries, and given we're not using it anyway, it can't exactly be less useful. But yeah, this is not getting very fast. But yeah, let's see. So this is unloading of not many people. This station's not be very busy, but Staines is kind of expanding out this way, so kind of seemingly made sense to build it right. This train accelerates fast. Like I said, it's got a very powerful locomotive, so we're already getting towards 100 miles an hour, which might be as high as it gets on this stretch. Yep, but it's quite a fast modern train line compared to the ones we built, kind of the last two we built, which are kind of small little diesel trains, which we didn't put much thought into. On kind of, one of them was single track even, train lines. Yeah, right, and then this accelerates quite fast. Just going up onto the bridge. Which even this really steep gradient is still powering up, so yeah. We've got a very powerful train. So we'll get slowed down a bit by the turn at the other end, but the bridge. But yeah, for now it's running over the bridge. Lovely. And then yeah, it slows down here. 75 miles an hour, and then it comes into the station. Actually comes into the platforms above 50 miles an hour, which is always interesting. Got some very powerful brakes. This one is a busy train. Interesting to see. This probably gets faster over the bridge because it does the curvy bit of the track at the start, yeah. This is then accelerating rapidly again. This train line's got a bright future. Anyway, next episode we will bring cargo to some of these places, more of these places. Could even bring some fuel over from Staines to Solihull, not that we need necessarily extra consumers for that. We will, however, take the bricks from planet is take the bricks. This is not producing many bricks. Take them down to Bradley Stoke, shove them on a boat over to here or here. Even though we've got a bricks plant here, there's no stone to bring to it, so we might as well not have it. Let's see, right, and that train make it over the bridge, yeah. Slowing down now. Yeah, let's leave the episode there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.